I'm Reese Stein at your leisure in Mill Creek Canyon, where my grandfather was caretaker of the Boy Scout camp for 30 years, and during that time he caught an awful lot of trout with his ancient cane fly rod. Well, the technology has changed a bit since then, and the river itself, it's about to undergo an extreme makeover.
We're here in Mill Creek Canyon, and we're looking at restoring the native Bonneville cutthroat trout, as well as other species that used to be here years and years ago.
These are original Utah natives, the official state fish that lived in Lake Bonneville thousands of years ago and survived unchallenged until the pioneers added rainbows, browns, and other fish which nearly crowded the natives out. But in recent years, wildlife biologists have restored these originals to several rivers and lakes in Utah. Mill Creek Canyon east of Salt Lake City is next.
We're excited about it and feel that we should be doing this. One, we want to prevent that species from ever being listed as an endangered species. We want to promote and conserve that population.
But first, the fish in Mill Creek now must be removed so they won't compete for food or interbreed with the cutthroats, and that process began this month. Volunteers from fishing clubs remove beaver dams and other obstructions. Then biologists drip the chemical rotenone into the creek, killing the fish. Rotenone is a plant native to the tropical jungles of South America and has been used by locals to catch fish for hundreds of years. Slater says the treated water affects only gill-breathing animals and is not toxic to birds and mammals, including people. Within minutes, fish begin dying downstream from the drip stations. The rotenone inhibits gill breathers from processing oxygen. This year, only the upper portion of the stream will be treated, leaving the bottom 5 miles open to fishing.
Throughout the duration of the project, we feel that we'll be able to provide fishing opportunities throughout the whole entire canyon because we are breaking it up into small segments. So when we're working on a short segment, say in the top of the canyon, there'll still be fishing opportunities throughout the middle and the lower stretches.
The volunteers from Trout Unlimited pitch in to clean up the dead fish. TU President Bob Dibley says his group is in favor of restoring the Bonneville cutthroat to Mill Creek.
It'll make it tenfold better, I guarantee you that. Not only with the cutthroat, when the cutthroats get in here and they grow, you get one on your line, you're going to know that you have a cutthroat on the line.
Once biologists are certain the non-native fish are gone, only the Bonneville strain of cutthroat will be replanted. The fish will come from this stock of pure natives in nearby Little Dale Reservoir. Periodically, biologists capture these fish and strip eggs and sperm to produce more fish at the hatchery.
In the wild, if we let them spawn, which we are, we're letting them do a little bit of spawning, we might have 5 to 10% success. Whereas if we take them into the hatchery setting for a month or two, we'll get upwards of 80 to even 90%. So that gives us a lot more fish to play with.
Next fall, crews will treat this stretch again, then plant hundreds of 2 to 3 inch cuts. The section will be fishable in 2 years. Lower Mill Creek will be treated in coming years. The Forest Service plans to change the river to make it better for the fish.
So we're replacing a number of the culverts here in the area. We're also looking at planting riparian vegetation, looking at fish migration barriers that might be good to remove. This dam is one of those that we're considering.
Brian Schwind likes to fly fish Mill Creek because it's close to the city, an easy escape after work. He likes the current variety of fish, but says he's willing to give that up to restore the cutthroat.
I think that there are very few streams that have that kind of native trout characteristic, and I think if you take the long view, it's the right thing to do. There are plenty of other streams nearby that provide great fishing similar to this, and I think having a city stream with native fish in it is a good idea.
Paul Cowley thinks the cutthroat will be a draw to families that just like to watch the fish.
People will be able to see the Bonneville cutthroat more than the non-native fish that are currently here. So to me, it's an exciting time for the public to actually see more fish that historically would have been here in the canyon.
Here at Elbow Fork, they've actually turned the river purple with a chemical that neutralizes the rotenone and protects the fish in the 5 miles downstream. They'll get to them in future years. Reese Stein at your leisure in Mill Creek Canyon.